Hello, beautiful human. Thanks for clicking on our conversation with KSI. Today's interview being delivered to you by GoPuff. Whatever you need, get it instantly delivered with GoPuff. Seriously, thousands of items available right in the palm of your hand. Grab the app, get what you need instantly, baby, and use Zach10 when you're checking out, and you'll save $10 off your first 2 orders. When you need it delivered, GoPuff it. Okay, let's talk to KSI. Hello, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That is Dan.
Yo.
And we welcome to the studio, KSI.
Hey, it's your boy. Hey, how we doing?
Dude, this is, I feel like people tell you often that it's a big deal to be in your presence, but I do genuinely mean it.
Okay.
Thank you.
No worries.
Is that weird? Like, is it weird that you now travel, not just with the crew, but people do show up wherever the fuck you go?
Yeah, I guess it's just, I guess, part of my life now. It's been part of my life for years, man. Like, I remember the first time I had someone come up to me, it was in Watford. I was at Watford Stadium. This is in England. And I was watching a football game, and I was there with my mates, and one guy was just like, are you KSI? And it freaked me the fuck out. I was like, oh my God, like, people actually, like, are talking to me in real life. I always thought, like, because I'm behind a screen on YouTube, that it doesn't really translate into the real world. And then obviously now, literally, like, wherever I go, I'm probably going to get recognized or have people want to take a photo, or etc. So,
do you feel like you created differently when you didn't know, or you didn't realize that there was another human being on the other side of the screen? Like, you saw the screen as space?
Well, I think for me, I kind of just used it as a way to just let out my feelings and just how what I wanted to say. It was just kind of like my free space. I was able to just be me, essentially, compared to what I'd normally be, like, in real life, at school, or or just when I'm touching grass. Yeah, literally, like, I just felt like I was just able to just have fun behind the screen and not have a care in the world.
Was there a moment where the fun and the enjoyment you were having making stuff actually came to fruition in real life?
In terms of, what do you mean?
Like that same sort of happiness, that same sort of that same sort of freedom.
Well, I've kind of always had it, like, with everything I do. Like, I've kind of put myself in a situation where I enjoy everything that I do, whether it's the music, whether it's the boxing, whether it's, my entrepreneur endeavors. Like, I just do whatever I enjoy, rather than the ones or the stuff that I don't enjoy, if that makes sense.
Totally. But you're also in a place where you have the luxury of choosing.
Yes. Well, I wasn't in the place, for sure, like, at the beginning. I remember back in the day, I would say yes to everything because I didn't have any choice. It was kind of like, if I say yes to everything, eventually more opportunities will come from that. And then hopefully I'll get to a point where I can just say no to things. And now I'm kind of at that point because there's a lot of things I get sent. A lot of money gets thrown at me and I just say no.
But what ultimately fuels the endeavors? Is it the want to conquer new challenges? Is it the want to grow mind share of the general public? Like, what drives it?
I think for me, it's, I always say legacy. I just want to, be remembered as that person who basically started from zero and then was able to create a whole empire. Yeah, simple as that. And I think it's cool, like, if I'm able to tell people and tell my audience, you can do this as well, because, you've literally seen where I've started from. I'm not there like, oh, I had help, or, I had super rich parents, or I didn't have any, like, I didn't have anything to give me that prop up. I kind of had to just do everything myself. I had to learn how to edit. I had to learn how to record myself. I had to learn how to record my gaming console. I had to learn how to do everything to make entertaining content on YouTube. And then from there, I had to learn how to box. From there, I had to learn how to sing. From there, I had to learn how to rap better, etc.
There had to have been a moment, though, like, going just solely to the content, Or was there a moment where you thought, like, maybe I'm not cut out for this, and maybe I should cut this out?
Nah. I think I just have so much self-belief in myself
Totally.
that if I fail, I go, okay, I'll just try again.
Yeah.
I never really went, this isn't for me, because it was for me, man. There was no other, I didn't think there was any other thing that could be better for me.
But feeling that deep, deep, deep fuel within allows you to be consistent. And I say that all the time. Like, the only thing that I am no KSI. We are no KSI, but we've been around 16 fucking years, and people really do wonder why and how. And I do think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we are consistent, right? Because you never know that the second you choose not to swing is that swing could change your fucking life, you know?
Yeah.
And you have to get up and at least fucking try.
Yeah, and I also like taking risks, man. Like, that's
Yes.
also one of the reasons why I like boxing, because it's a risk. I'm, putting it all on the line. I'm undefeated, and every time I go into that ring, I could lose. But I have this mindset of, I'm not going to lose. And then I train so hard so that when I get in there and I win, it's like the success after it is just like no other feeling. And even with music, like, I love just trying new sounds. I hate being put in this box where I'm going to just rap and that's it. No, I'm going to then try sing. I'm going to try different genres, different sounds, and see whatever see what happens, essentially.
When it comes to your career and failures, what comes to mind? Because it seems like you just win.
No, I fail a lot, bro.
Really?
Yeah, of course. Like, failure is part of growth, man. If you don't fail, then you'll never really get to see how amazing you can be. Like, I fell so many times. In the ring, I've been beat up several times.
Yeah, but you come out on top, though.
Because I fall down and then I learn from my mistakes and then I get better and then I improve. Same with the music. Like, I've released some trash songs, man. Some trash ass songs, but I just know, like, from that, it's a learning experience, and I know, okay, I can improve on this, and then I just keep on working on my flow, keep on working on the type of beats that I pick, etc. And just, I'm always trying to improve. That's what, I feel like life is. It's just constant improvement. You make mistakes and then you improve on those mistakes, so that when you reach, the end of your life, you go, yeah, I'm now the perfect human, or I've reached the level where I've, hit all the goals and I smashed it.
Do you feel like you were born to be a singer, born to be a boxer, or that was something acquired due to your desire and you focused? And I mean, everything you need focus to get better at, but like, do you get what I'm saying, right? Like,
yeah, no, I was going to say it's probably the second option. Yeah, like, I don't think I was literally born a blank slate. Yeah, obviously I've got genetics and all this and all of that, but it's all on me. It's all based on, circumstances and what I wanted to do. So with the boxing, like, I'd never fought anyone, when I was a child. I mean, maybe I got into a few fights here and there, but I didn't know how to, actually fight properly. I only started when it was 2017.
wow.
Yeah, and then I was just like, okay, let me just go all in and just dive in. And that's it. You just got to take the risk. And I feel like a lot of people are afraid to take that risk because it's out of their comfort zone. And then your mind, especially, like, even when I'm doing training, there's so many times, like, if I go on the treadmill and I'm trying to get a PB, 10K PB. So I actually got a 10K PB literally a few days ago. And during that run, my mind was telling me, bro, just give up. Just stop. This is long. I hate this. And I was just there like, no, I have to keep going. And bro, like, I'm breathing heavy. My legs hurt. My ankles are aching. I've actually managed to chafe my thighs because it was just rubbing against each other and just like cut the inside of my thigh a little. So it's hella sore at the moment. But like, all these things were happening, and I just had to have that mental strength to just keep going, because then I go, once I finish this and I complete it, it's gonna feel so fucking good at the end of it. Like, that's for me, what makes all the success so beautiful and perfect. You know, it's all the hardship that comes before the success.
Well, because that's what makes it sweeter, right? Like,
Exactly.
Without like no pain, no reward.
If it was easy, it would just be so boring.
100%.
It'd be so boring.
So
What's been the biggest challenge so far? Is it boxing? Is it the music? Is it staying viral consistently on social media?
I don't know, taking on giant beverage companies and having Gatorade have it out for you.
I mean, I think everything that I do has its challenges. Yeah. So with music, I remember when people were like, I'm not meant to be a musician because I started from YouTube. They were like, a YouTuber can't make music.
I feel like you hear that all the time still.
Yeah, I don't think you hear it as much anymore. Like, I feel like the stigma or the narrative has definitely changed a lot now because you see a lot of artists that started from YouTube who have smashed it into the mainstream. Joji is a perfect example. And yeah, you get that all the time. So I think for me, even with the boxing, I had people being like, oh, you can't box. You can't get in the ring. And then once I get in the ring and beat people, then they're like, oh, but you won't be able to beat this person. And then I beat this person. And like, all right, you won't be able to do well against this person. Then I do well against this person. So it's just constantly just trying to prove people wrong.
Are you doing that right now with the music? Because I believe you are.
Yeah, no, of course. That's like, for me, I have so much joy from people doubting me. Like, I think that's also one of the things that drive me. When people say I can't do something, I go, okay, watch. And I've had that since the beginning. Like, even with YouTube, I remember my school teachers being like, you're not going to make it with this whole YouTube thing. It's pointless. You should just study, blah, blah, blah. Even my parents were like, this YouTube thing is pointless. You're not making money from it. It's, you can't make money playing games, etc. So I've always had this mindset of, I want to prove people wrong and show them that I can do what they think I can't do.
Why do you think people still doubt you today?
Because I guess I'm always just breaking boundaries. I'm always like, people are there like, a YouTuber would never become a billionaire. That's only for people like Rihanna or Kanye or Jay-Z, etc. And like, you can see it's evident that people like Mr. Beast, me and Logan, like with Prime, and Mr. Beast with all of his endeavors, like, it's getting closer and closer to a YouTuber becoming a billionaire, which is outrageous to say, but it's one of the things, like, it's all mindset. If, like, for me, it's always just been the mind. Like, the mind is so powerful. If you can control this, you can do whatever the fuck you want, man.
But when do you realize that? Like, what was there a defining moment that like your eyes opened to like the fact that you can control? Oh,
we got a little bit of light.
Yeah, you can control your mind has the ability.
Was
to
that too dark?
Shit. A little bit.
I was just hidden.
Carlos will fix it.
I was just hidden away. So what's that shadow just talking?
I promise you're beautifully lit.
Yeah, shadow with teeth.
Jesus Christ.
Was there a moment though where you realized that your mind has the ability to kind of like, if you can this has the ability to dictate everything else?
Yeah, so I had a little bit in 2017, but a lot definitely happened around, I think, 2021, 2022, when I went to see a therapist. Yeah, that's when I really understood my mind and really went, wow, okay, this can really dictate a lot of things in my life. And from then on, I've just been crushing it, man. Like, it's
so therapy,
yeah, 100%, man.
Holy shit!
Shout out Siobhan, man. She was my therapist. I don't see her much anymore because I'm pretty good now.
But she's there when you need her, if you need her.
Exactly, yeah. Whenever I need whenever any situation like happens that I don't really understand, I just go to her and just talk to her and just help me like clear things out.
Is becoming a billionaire on the vision board now?
I mean, it definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
But it's happening.
That's fucking crazy.
Which is ridiculous, yeah. It's quite surreal. But like, for me, it's like that's never been my goal. Like, my goal was always just legacy. Like, it wasn't money, it wasn't fame. It was just to prove people wrong and to just reach a level where I could start from nothing and become something that people, throughout this journey, I've had people being like, "Nah, there's no way, there's no way, there's no way," and then it's just me constantly proving people wrong. And yeah, because of that, like things just happen, and I become, one day I become a billionaire, or one day I get a #1 album, or one day I beat Jake Paul, and these things are just like, it's just part of the journey.
How do you use that money to lay the right legacy, like and instill that and ensure that it actually is laid around you?
Well, I mean, when it comes to $1 billion, I don't even know what the fuck to do with that. Like, if I'm being honest, but I think for me, I've always just throughout my life just helped people, and I know it sounds super cliche, but like, all the like, even from the beginning of my YouTube career, I would go on other people's YouTube channels and just create content for their channel or with them, without thinking, oh, I need to make content for myself. I've always just been a person that likes to just do stuff for other people. It's just because, obviously it has its benefits, because
what you put out is what you get back.
Well, yeah, that's kind of, I do believe in like karma, and I feel like if I keep on putting good karma out, eventually, I'm going to have a lot of good karma come back. And I feel like I'm seeing it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, do you understand the global grip Prime has on the youth of, not like America, of our world?
Yeah, I definitely can see it. It's quite surreal. But it's because, me and Logan, we're good at marketing, and the product is good. I think, but with a lot of YouTubers who try to do something similar, or a lot of musicians or whatever, like social media people who try to do something similar, they don't really care about the product. They're just there like, all right, we're able to just promote. And yes, you're able to get a lot of eyes on it. But then if the product sucks, then people just get turned off.
Totally.
So we were just like, okay, I need to make sure the product is good. I need to make sure I enjoy the product. And as soon as that is the case, then it's like, yeah, this is just going to fly.
Bro, I was literally shoving Prime in a suitcase to send to my friend's cousin in New Zealand because it is here in America, and they're fucking sold out over there.
Yeah, bro, people are making money just selling it from America, yeah.
I'm not selling it. I'm just sending it to a friend's cousin who, I don't know, could be selling it in the, on the playground. But it is absolutely crazy. But also, there is, to your point, like there is this love and care into the product.
Yeah.
Does it hurt you when you see things like Prime dupes or Prime like bootlegs hit the market? I just saw an article today. One hit the shelves in the UK. It's like I don't know. It looks, it's not Prime.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, we'll just make sure to get rid of those. That's just simple as that. Yeah. We just send a cease and desist letter or something just to make sure like we get rid. I'm really on top of everything.
Amazing.
So I look on social media all the time, and I'm making sure like if there's any foul play, we're just on it instantly.
Where do you see this brand going? Is this like a lifestyle? Could this be clothing?
Well,
could this be everything?
I think it's, I mean, it could be whatever we want, but for me, I feel like it is a lifestyle. Like for me, I see Prime as like part of my legacy. It's I'm in the prime of my life all the time. Like whether it's through boxing, whether it's in music, whether it's in whatever I do, I'm always just pushing myself out there and not being afraid of the repercussions.
Do you and Logan ever talk about how you can make the drink, like let's say 20 years from now, the drink is about the drink and not just you and Logan being the face of it too?
That's the goal though, right?
Well, I mean, I think that's already happening anyway.
Okay.
I think people at first were like, oh, I want to drink this because it's Logan and KSI's. Whereas now it's like, oh, I want to drink this because I actually enjoy the drink. Yeah. And then obviously because the demand is so high and the supply is high as well, we're supplying a lot. It's just that the demand is just way more. So people are struggling to find it, struggling to get it. So I guess it builds that frustration of, fuck, like I drink this and now I won't be able to get it, or I have to wait another few weeks to get it again. And people, that's why just constantly building this constant demand for it.
It's hype.
Yeah, and I think people like Gatorade and all these other companies, they're kind of like dinosaurs in this new era. They don't really know how to compete. And it's because we're content creators. We know how to move in this market.
How much you guys spent on that Super Bowl commercial?
Not $7 million.
You didn't. You guys got.
We got a little discount. Yeah, it was still a lot. It was still millions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to use the word, like you got a prime spot on the Super Bowl right before
Yeah,
kickoff.
exactly. So, and me and Logan were reacting to it on Impulsive, and it's just gas, bro. I was just like, what the fuck is my life, man?
Do you see like a tangible like uptick in sales or interactions after a Super Bowl commercial airs like that?
Well, I mean, it's always just selling out anyway.
Yes,
So it
doesn't matter. I don't need it.
You're right. I literally was sending it to fucking New Zealand the other day.
Yeah, it's the thing is, what I like about America is America has the infrastructure to deal with the demand.
Oh yeah, because Target will restock very often.
Whereas England just do not have we just don't have the infrastructure. Like no one has ever been able to make a drink that has such high demand.
Think about it, just getting it there, shipping it places is hard.
Exactly. So we're doing the same in Australia. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, it's just mad.
Do you have an actual hand in how the business operates, or are you really leaving it up to the company you partner with?
Well, I think I have here and there. I ask questions here and there, but like for me, it's more about making sure I focus on the marketing because that's what I'm good at. I guess when it comes to tasting, I'm there like, okay, I like this, I don't like this. That's pretty much as far as it goes. And then, I just let the experts deal with that stuff.
Yeah, but the fans basically create advertisements now, like the meme that went around of you sucking Logan's dick.
Bravo.
That shit was so funny.
So annoying, man. And literally, it was on my own Reddit. So someone on Twitter found it on my Reddit. Someone like photoshopped it and then they put that on Twitter and that just blew up, and then Logan like reposted and that blew up, and then I was like, this is fake, by the way. That blew up. And then Logan decided to make a whole fucking giant poster and put it in an Australian store.
Isn't that exactly what you want though?
No. Well, I mean,
yes,
it's great advertising, yes, but like no, because it looks like I'm sucking his dick. Well, I'm drinking Prime right next to his dick, and it's like I'm not doing that. Like the fuck. So I don't know. I'm not too keen on it, but it's the internet. Once it runs away with something, you can't really try and get rid of it.
It's all over.
It's over. Yeah. So.
By the way, shout out to my friend Hunter, who I'm pretty sure did that shoot.
The commercial for the Super Bowl?
Yeah. No. The photo shoot.
Oh,
the green one, the red background. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yes.
It's a fucking great shoot.
Yeah, that was the one. Was that in LA?
I think it was here. Yeah.
It
was like the right amount of simple, but the right amount of everything at the same time.
Yeah.
Really well done.
I think it was Texas.
But I don't know where it was, but
yeah. I think it was Texas. Yeah.
Fucking well done.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So where does music fall in everything? Like you have the record out with Oliver Tree, which is a different sound, mainly in the production, but like you're also singing.
Yeah.
You want to accomplish this outside of rapping, right?
Well, yeah, I just feel like, I've been rapping for years, so I wanted to try singing, and someone like Stormzy has done something similar as well, where he was in the rapping lane, but then he started to delve into the more singing. I'm a musician. I want to experiment. I want to try new things. I'm a person that hates doing the same thing over and over again. Like, even if it's successful, I'm not going to just keep rinsing and repeat. I have to try and do something else, whatever I want. I'll do whatever I want, ultimately. So,
what is it like in the studio with you? Like, how do you operate?
So I'm quite, what's the word? I'm a bit of a loner. Like I like my own space whenever I like write, or whenever I'm like performing or going into the studio and recording. But sometimes I work with other people, other artists. I do writing camps as well. I do other camps as well, just to put myself out there. But a lot of times I keep to myself. But that's because I just love my own space, and I feel like for me, I'm a person that I'm very introverted, believe it or not. So I can be outside for a certain period and then I need my own space. It's like I'm like a battery, and after I've said everything I need to say or been outside, done blah blah blah, eventually I'm gonna need to be indoors and then just be by myself and just be able to just chill. So yeah,
Recharge.
I think I'm recharged. So I feel like a lot of times with the music, I like just being by myself because I'm able to really delve into my ideas and my thoughts.
So it's like more of like a decompression thing. Like it's a something to do at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, or just something to do when, you know, I'm on my ones, which is just nice. I know. I just, even like on the plane, there's another place where I like to write because it's just me by myself. You know, I've got my headphones in and I'm just in the moment, and it feels great.
It's the right way to be alone with you without being alone with you.
Yeah, well, yeah, essentially.
Special, right? Like kind of a way to, I don't know.
I guess it's like I guess with my audience is them having a little piece of like my life and just a piece of like what my thoughts are, etc. And it's like my personal thoughts. It's not just what people see online all the time or on YouTube. It's like a lot more deeper than that.
It's you alone, like when everybody else is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really, I mean, that's special.
Well, yeah, it's just
It's balanced too.
Yeah, it's just how I've always been.
How did voices work? Do you get with Oliver Tree? Does he send you production? How does that even begin?
So we just send him the song. Yeah, we just send him the song.
So it really started with you.
So yeah. So recorded it, everything, and then we sent Oliver Tree, and he just hopped on and did his thing.
Why do we want him on it? No offense.
Honestly, I ask myself the same question every day.
You should.
Do you like spending time with him? He seems like he can get on your nerves.
No, he's all right. Sometimes he's a bit annoying, but a lot of times he's cool. He's not. It's funny. My audience fucking hate him. Yeah, my audience hate him. Literally, I uploaded a video today with me and him, and my audience are like, "Fuck off." We will stop making content with him.
I watched the video of you guys doing an interview, and I was like, I can't tell if KSI actually wants to kill him right now, or if he's playing into it too.
A bit of both. A bit of both. But no, he's a great guy. He's got a lot of
issues
behind the camera. He's actually like a nice guy, and he's just got a lot of like thoughts about life in general. So I guess with the music as well, like he's just so good at what he does when it comes in terms of like being a director or producing, and like he did the whole music video. He's so like particular with everything, and it's crazy. Like I think I used to be super particular about things, whereas now I'm not as particular. Like for me, I love when something is a bit more raw, when it's not really polished, if that makes sense.
What changes though? How'd you get there?
I don't know. I think for me, it just feels more real. I think, nowadays we're just living in a world where people just want to see what's real. And obviously people are interested by whatever's on Instagram, the crazy lifestyle things, blah, blah, blah here. But I think people also want to see what people are really going through and what's really, in people's minds, and what people really think about certain things. So, like for me, my ideal music video would just be, I don't know, just a white background and just me, one take, just doing it. And if I mess up, I mess up. If if it's perfect, it's perfect. It's just like, and just things happening. And like, it's not like, we gotta redo that and do that again, make it perfect. If the lighting is fucked, the lighting's fucked, and then just put that out.
Do you want to do videos like that?
I think it'd be cool, but no one lets me.
I mean, I feel like you could do it yourself, can't you?
No, I can't. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Honestly, I just don't have the time. There's not enough time in the day. In fact.
Is that the biggest problem that you face?
That is the biggest fucking problem. The biggest problem.
What else do you wish you had time for?
I wish I had more time to just relax and chill. I wish I had more time to train. I wish I had more time to do more music. I wish I had more time to, make YouTube videos. I wish I had more time to promote all these things.
Literally just to do everything you're already doing.
Well, that's it. There's not enough time in 24 hours.
It's true.
Which is crazy, but
when it comes to creating the music, is it what brings the most satisfaction? Is it selling tickets, playing shows, or is the goal to like win Grammys and awards?
Oh, definitely not that.
Okay.
Definitely not that. I know. I kind of just. I don't know. I just despise it, man. I don't know. I don't do music, or I don't do what I do for awards, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really need people to be like, oh, this is great, and because, how can I say it? I don't need someone who is in a higher position to be like, we decided that this is great. I just kind of want to just do what I enjoy. And if people like it, cool. If people don't like it, all right, cool. And that's just it.
You're doing it for you.
That's it. And I feel like that just feels good in my soul. And I feel like that's also one of the reasons why I'm just so much more happier in general and just successful in just my life, because I'm doing everything for me rather than trying to please everyone and trying to do what people want me to do, etc. So
you talked about your parents telling you that this is not a job, right? Like what you're doing.
Yeah. It's just it's fun.
How is that relationship now, right?
It's way better. It's way better than it was. I actually did a documentary with Amazon where I had to talk about like my relationship with my parents and like my girlfriend and my brother, etc. And I just I talked to the cameraman or Wes behind the camera being like, I don't have a good relationship with my parents. Like there's this disconnect, and I definitely wanted to fix that. And through therapy, I definitely worked on that. And, I understood more about like my childhood and why I think the way that I think. Something as simple as, me never saying no in my age, like today, or, let me say it again. So me saying no, the reason why I would say no a lot is because when I was younger, God damn it, I would say yes a lot. I would always say yes to people, being like, yeah, I'll do whatever, because I didn't want to disappoint me.
People please.
I wanted to please people. I didn't want to disappoint people. So when I was younger, if I ever said no to my parents, I'd get beat or I'd get punished, etc. Or it'd be a long day, essentially. So I always had that internal fear of disappointing people and disappointing like my parents, etc. So that's why I would always say yes. So it's only after therapy when I started to understand that and realize that, and from then on, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just say no to more things and just be like, I need my space, I need my time. So I need to be more selfish.
Did your parents ever tell you that you shouldn't be doing what you were doing?
Of course, yeah.
But you could have said yes.
Well, I could have said.
You could, right? And you didn't, though.
Well, I mean, I did say yes for a period, but then there's part of me that was just like, I really enjoy this. I'm really like, this just feels right. And it's kind of like, am I really going to just listen to my parents just to please them? Or am I going to just break that mold and go, fuck it? And, when I did say no, fuck me, it was like...
Scary.
It was extremely scary, yeah. Like, they're just screaming and just getting angry. Like, we spend all this money to put you into private school, and, we're in so much debt. And basically, you're just throwing it all away to try and be this YouTuber. Like, what the fuck does that even mean, etc. So, yeah, it's... it was definitely tough. But then, over time, like... I've just proved to them that, like, I can do it. And obviously, they're super proud now.
They know what it means now.
Yeah, they fully know what it means. And they're proud that I was able to defy them as well.
Well, your dad, I watched the documentary.
Yeah.
Your dad walking into your house, he's like, whoa, I've never seen a house this big.
Yeah, it's especially in a place like London where the prices are ridiculous.
Yeah. Do you think you needed to make the documentary to fix the relationship with your family?
Yeah, 100%. But it's not like I chose to do it. It's kind of, it just happened.
What was the documentary supposed to be about?
It was just them like filming my life when it comes to the music. So just filming me perform, and just there was no real like
Goal?
It was kind of just film and see what happens.
It definitely took a turn.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
Well, trust me, there's a lot of footage, like a lot of footage that they have and that they had to cut out. And I think I guess the 100% could have been in like an extended cut.
Yeah.
Or episodes like several episodes of just like my life during that period.
What do you credit outside of the documentary for healing your relationship?
I'd say just therapy. I'd say therapy was just like what really, really just helped me figure my life out. Just helped me go, okay, cool. All right. I need to talk to my parents and just be like, I want to fix this relationship. I want to fix it. Like, we've had our problems, we've had our issues, but let me actually get to know you guys. Let me talk about your childhood. And it's crazy. My parents, still struggle to talk about their childhood and still struggle to, talk about their parents, because it's just like they had parents that had several kids. And it was just so their parents didn't really care too much about them. They were just like another thing to hopefully make money so that they could continue to live, blah, blah, blah. So it was just very, very disjointed. There wasn't like that loving relationship. And, my parents, their way of love was very different to how I wanted love. For example, their way of love is, we've provided for you. We put a roof over your head. We've, fed you. That's it. That's our love. Like, and it's like, nah, but there's more than that. There's, I want to talk to you. I want to communicate with you. I want to be able to hold you and hug you. And, I want to hear you say, I love you, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. So.
How do you show love?
Just all of that, everything. I feel like instead of me showing love through, I'm giving you a house, I'm feeding you, I feel like that's just a necessity. That's just what you have to do as a parent. Just like as soon as you
even as a partner to a certain degree.
Well, as a partner, yeah. As soon as you give birth to a child, like that's what you have to do. And then you have to then show love through affection and, talking to them and just, still being a parent, still telling them like, these are the rights and wrongs. You're going to make mistakes. It's okay. You're going to fuck up. It's okay. That's just life. Life isn't easy. There's going to be highs and lows, but then you'll be able to appreciate both throughout life and, be able to just do whatever you want. Like, I'm going to tell my kids, you can just be whatever you want. If you want to be a pole dancer, you can be a pole dancer. If you want to be a bin man, you can be a bin man. If you want to be a businessman, you can be a businessman. You can literally be whatever you want. Like, I'm not going to try and force them to be what I want them to be. I'm just going to let them enjoy life and just be free.
Do you look forward to being a dad?
I think it's going to be one of the best things ever. I think it's going to be super dope. And I can't wait. Yeah, I actually can't wait. Like, I've got friends who have kids and they say it's sick.
Is your goal to be the parent that you didn't have?
100%. 100%. Yeah. And I feel like, each generation
it has that.
Is getting, it's getting better and better. Like, you're seeing more and more dads who aren't just piecing out. They're actually wanting to be with their kid and, help nurture their kid and just be with them and just show affection and just, be better. And I feel like with each generation that passes, we're just getting better and better as human beings.
More loving,
yeah. And then I feel like through that, there'll just be more peace in the world, naturally.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I genuinely have such a deep hope for in our future. And I couldn't agree. More loving, caring, understanding, blind to differences. I mean, really, we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah. 100%.
It makes me happy to hear you say that because I do believe you have a pretty firm understanding of the next generations.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
In the documentary, you were talking about KSI, the character, versus JJ.
Yeah.
When you're boxing, who is that?
I think it's another person.
Really? A third person?
The nightmare, man. It's just a guy that as soon as I enter that ring, like I have no friends. Yeah. So like even when I spar, like I'll talk to you outside of the ring, we'll chill and it's cool. As soon as I get in that ring, you're not my friend anymore. And then I'm there to put it on you and get rid of you. That's as simple as that. So
Do you feel like a change mentally or physically? Like, does something happen?
I think it's just a mental switch that just, goes, okay, I'm in kill mode now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here to just annihilate whatever is in that ring. Except for the referee, obviously. All people must go down.
Everybody must die.
Yeah.
Like, what do you see? Like, do you see, like, are you aware of everything that's going on around you in the ring, or do you just go like blind and just
No.
do it?
I'm aware.
Got it.
I think before I used to just see red and I'll just go for it. Whereas now I'm a lot more aware of what my opponent is doing. So if my opponent is doing certain habits, I go cool, and then I try to time that.
Strategy.
Yeah, but then sometimes I don't really need to do that. I can tell that my opponent is just fearful. So with that, I kind of put it on them and I just pressure them. And with that, I kind of mold them into where I want them to be, and then I knock them out.
It's that simple.
Yeah, well, I'd say it's not that simple, bro. Trust me, it's taken years for me of failing and working on myself to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's also mental manipulation. That's physical. Like, that's everything at once.
And it's also just like being able to just move your opponent where you want them to move.
Nuts.
Yeah, it's a cool skill.
When you did the back-to-back fights, how tired were you going into the second fight?
Oh, bro, my body was shattered. It was crazy. I had such an adrenaline dump. I had to have a physio just like work on my back as well because everything just cramped up, and I was just fully just like It was crazy, like to have to then warm up myself.
Yeah.
To then go back into the ring against Pineda, but yeah, it wasn't as easy as I thought it'd be. And if anything, I think it would have been easier if I had it back to back.
Oh, like right away. Not
rather than having that wait period really just like
because your muscles are doing nothing besides just chilling.
Well, I worked myself up and I was like pumped, and then after that, my adrenaline just dropped and everything dropped. My mood dropped, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm knackered now. And then I had to try and work back up again to do it. Yeah, it was cool to do, but I don't really want to do it again.
Is there anything you've learned from boxing that you apply to business?
Well, no, not really. No, I think it's kind of just two different things personally.
Huh.
Yeah, I think with business, I'm not really trying to kill my competition. yeah, I feel like there's enough space for everyone to eat, but I just have to be, I guess, focus on what I'm doing. Whereas with boxing, you have to be focused on what your opponent's doing as well.
Is your beef with Jake affected your relationship with Logan?
Maybe a little. I think it's just a bit awkward whenever I talk about Jake, or whenever like there's a crowd and people are going, fuck Jake Paul. Yeah, it does make Logan feel, it kind of puts Logan in a weird situation, but I think he's also there, like Prime is just doing so well. So he's there like,
Who brought this concept of doing a drink? Like,
it was Logan. Really? So Trey and Max came to Logan, who then came to me, as in Logan came to me with this idea. And it's crazy because I was actually thinking about doing my own drink anyway. And then when Logan came to me, I was like, oh, I want to make sure it's perfect. Like, because me and Logan together, it's going to draw a lot of eyes. And if we don't do this right, it's going to be one of the biggest flops. And it's just going to be a major L. So, we had a lot of back and forth. And there was periods when it was just going a bit too fast. As in, like, we were just ramping up everything, and we were getting ready to launch, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. Even before we were about to launch, I left the group chat because I didn't feel comfortable. I thought we were moving way too fast. I was like, I haven't met or seen Trey, one of the guys who works for, that owns Prime. So I was like, yeah, this ain't it. Like, I part own this company as well, and I haven't even met one of the owners too. So I just felt weird. So I pieced out. I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm not okay with this. So we then had a group chat. I then saw Trey. I saw everyone, and we had a good chat. And all my differences, all my questions got answered. And then I was like, okay, cool. I'm ready to do this.
What was your biggest concern out the gate?
Well, for me, I'm very particular with what I associate myself with.
You should.
Of course.
Dude,
yeah,
it's you.
Yeah, man. Like, it's anything I'm associating myself with, like, it's me. I'm putting that to my audience. Like, I don't want to put something to my audience that's going to fuck them up or ruin them, or just, I don't know. Like, I've had several people, well, I won't say the company, but I've had a company come up to me to do with gambling, throw millions at me, being like, oh, all you need to do is just spend a little money on this website and post it on your socials or stream it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nah, man, I don't want to promote gambling to my audience. That's just,
you have a responsibility.
Yeah. That's why I'm so particular with everything that I do. And I just know the influence that I have. So with Prime, I was like, this is a drink that a lot of people are going to want to try. So I have to make sure it's good for people and it's actually enjoyable and it tastes good. So once everything was met, everything was set, I was like, all right, cool.
You've done
I'm happy, yeah.
Launching special edition flavors and cool wraps and boxes.
It's just gone
crazy.
Gone for the wind.
I mean, I feel like you're pretty big in America already, but in terms of like a US takeover, I feel like Prime is really helping. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I mean, I think several things have helped. I think, musically it's helped. Me doing songs with like Future and Lil Durk and 21 Savage definitely helped. Me also fighting in America definitely helped me versus Logan. And then, Prime has also helped. Like, it's crazy. Like, without really being in America a lot, I've had such a presence here.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you planning another album?
Yes. Yeah.
All Over the Place is the last album. Do you have expectations and goals for the next one?
I've got a bunch of songs, and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. And I think for me, I still want to add more to it and maybe take out certain songs. Like, I've had songs since the beginning of 2022, and there's some songs that I listen back to and I go, actually, I don't want to release this. I want to hold this back or just keep it in the vault. And then certain songs where I'm like, oh no, this still feels right to put on an album, etc. So I'm still mixing and matching, and still creating.
Are you trying to tell like a larger story, or is each song kind of its own thing?
I think I'm trying to build a story, and I think with the period of my life at the time when I was making certain music, it was that story for that time. As things have changed, and I feel like I need to make music that represents that as well.
Can you play You today?
Yeah, I can play You today.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm with my girlfriend now, so it doesn't. It's all right. So that was a really hard period, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you cut a song out of your set list. Just
bro. Man, this shit got too emotional. It's crazy. So I'm so glad Amazon didn't film the first day, because the first day I actually cried. Yeah. Like, I was performing and I cried while performing, and I was like, I need to go to the toilet, just clean myself up. So then second time, that's when Amazon were filming. I was like, there ain't no way I'm performing that song. Ain't no way, especially in front of Amazon.
When you make music, it says JJ, right? It's not KSI?
Yeah, it's more JJ. But then sometimes it's KSI with the whole, like, me being outlandish and with the raps that I do. But I feel like more and more now it's just becoming JJ.
KSI is just a different side of you. It's still attached to your being.
Yeah. I mean, KSI is there. It's just, it's, maybe the whole YouTube-y side to a certain extent. Like whenever I'm in front of a camera and I play up, I'm like times 10 myself, if that makes sense. But
I totally get it.
Yeah, but a lot of times, like right now, I'm just being me, JJ.
Well, thank you, JJ, for being here.
Pleasure.
You can listen to JJ KSI's music. We're gonna put a link to the description in the description below. It's all in there. Seriously, everything available on Amazon Music.
Yeah. One more question. Well, I'm sure we have a few, but
yeah, sure.
Do you want Jake to beat Tommy so you can be the first one to beat him?
I think it'd be pretty cool if Jake stays on the feed when I beat him.
If Jake was to lose to Tommy, would you still want to fight Jake, or is it kind of lose the?
No. I feel like people would still want to see that fight.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones where he wasn't able to fight or beat a boxer, so let's see who's the best YouTube influencer boxer in this space. So people still are gonna want to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other boxing questions?
No. do you have a prediction for that one? I'm sure you've been asked 1,000 times.
I do see Jake Paul winning, but I think it's gonna be a bit of a boring fight, if I'm being honest, because both fighters are very standoffish. So with me, my fights are always entertaining because I'm going for the kill all the time. I'm not there to just try and just play the round or just survive, or I'm there to destroy you. So I'm always pushing the pace. I'm always going, let's go, and whereas with Jake is a lot more, he's a bit more of a counterpuncher. So he reacts to what you're doing. And Tommy is also a bit more of a counterpuncher where he reacts to what someone else is doing. So two counterpunchers are just going to be staring at each other for 6-8 rounds. So it's going to be one of the ones where you're going to have to just wait for someone to engage, and maybe it'll take a few rounds to get into it. But yeah.
Would you ever take on UFC, or is that something?
No interest.
Okay.
Zero interest. I just can't be bothered to have to learn how to wrestle and do jiu-jitsu and all that. Yeah, I don't have time. Yeah. It's boxing alone is taking so much of my time. So for me to do wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and all these, it's just too much, man. Yeah.
What have you learned from Logan Paul? Anything? Good or bad?
No, not really, man. I feel like, I don't know. Nah, I haven't really learned too much from him. He's just doing his thing. We're quite similar. So I think for him, he's great at speaking. He's very good at speaking, but I don't think I'll be as good at speaking as he is, for example. He's just able to really articulate himself and be able to just say exactly what is on his mind at all times. Whereas I can sometimes do a bit of a roundabout before I get to the point.
I think you're more of an artist than Logan Paul is.
Yeah, why?
I mean, artists in different ways.
No, I think he's an artist in his own way, but he's not like.
But then I was talking to Oliver actually yesterday. We were having dinner, and I was like, we were talking about what even is an artist. Like a chef making a meal.
An artist.
That's an artist.
Totally.
A wrestler going into the ring for WWE.
Artist.
That's an artist. Us making music, artists. Like, I feel like the whole artist is definitely seen as, it's only music or only actual like painting. But it could be for anything. Like, this setup is art.
Yeah, fuck yes. No, but you're 100% right. Yeah. Art comes in all forms. But I do think there's a different emotional and personality type dependent on the art, right? And what he has in being able to clearly communicate precisely what he thinks, you have in being able to sit alone and dictate your feelings into a song or your thoughts in writing. Yeah.
There's also
balances.
Well, I guess, difference with me and Logan is, like, for me, like, I've always, like, done YouTube and I posted YouTube videos, So, like, I have this like really good relationship with my fan base to the point where I'm always like commenting and all that. Whereas I feel like Logan is seen more of a celebrity where he has a bit more of a standoff relationship with his audience, which is not bad. There isn't like a right or wrong, because each have their pros and cons with with each situation. But I feel like with that, I guess that's a dynamic
I get
that's
that.
kind of different.
You're an equal. You're a friend, whereas he is a celebrity. Yeah.
Yeah, like I treat myself as very normal. As I know everything with my whole life, it's not normal.
Yeah, but you are still normal.
But I'm still me. I haven't changed. I still do like playing games on my ones. I literally bought my Xbox to play Overwatch. You know what I mean? Like that's what excites me. Like, whereas I guess Logan's just doing cool things all the fucking time, jumping off the top rope and shit, and just flying from place to place.
You're just being you.
I'm just me, man. Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that you made a whole career off of just being yourself?
Yeah, it is. It is pretty wild. Because I guess a lot of people feel like they can't do the same because they think they're not interesting. But there's an audience for everyone.
Amen.
Yeah. So.
And like honestly, like there's a connection and a community built.
Yeah, but literally, you can just be yourself, and no one can be you better than you. So just put yourself out there if you want to get into this space, and then just go for it. Yeah.
And during Prime, if you can get your hands on it.
Yeah, did you bring us any? Like, what the hell? There's so many bottles.
No,
in
I
there. No Prime
literally
bottles.
said I hope he brings us some.
We got some.
So I think we bought a bunch yesterday.
You bought it or you brought it?
No, we bought.
You went to the Target.
Yeah,
and bought your own drink? Sick.
I mean, it is what it is. But and then I think we've run out. Yeah. So yeah, we probably should just restock or something. But it's cool. Like it's so much easier. It's so much easier to get here.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Just go to the store and pick
Bro,
it up.
it's impossible in England.
It's also everywhere. Like every store I go into here, there's Prime there, Prime there, Prime there.
Because
everywhere.
Because you have a really great distribution partner who they do another energy drink that I was drinking, and they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah, Celsius.
Yeah, you have really good fucking. You have good shelf space.
Yeah.
And that is like if you're doing that, if you got to go to the people who own the fucking shelf space.
Yeah.
The
That's
most
just
coveted.
that's it. That's why America's just fucking sick when it comes to Prime.
Are you like packaging? I'm just curious. Are you packaging in other countries, or are you shipping it all from here?
No. So in England, we're actually making it there now.
Right. Yeah, because you have to meet demand.
Yes, exactly. But
Australia, hard to do.
like, I'll give you an example of the numbers. So, in England, we create about 2 million a month, whereas Coke and Pepsi, for example, make about 4 to 5 million. Wow. So for us to even reach the demand, we would need 25 million a month. Whoa. 25 million bottles of Prime a month. Jeez. And we just, like, we can't do that. We can't do that. We simply have to create, if we want to do something, if we wanted to do that, we'd have to create our own building, another building, and then pump up more Prime through that. Oh. Like, there isn't enough infrastructure to actually do it in England. And
25 million a month.
Yeah, that's the demand that we need.
Is nuts.
Yeah.
How are you getting those numbers?
More supply we need. What do you mean? As in, like,
is it just based on like, because I've seen video of stores going crazy.
Yeah, it's what? Just how do we deal with it? Or
how do we know 25 million? That's fucking nuts.
Well, it's
based on
it's just the demand is just there, man. It's just nuts. There's a lot of people that just want to. I say there's 3 groups of people. There's one group that have never tried Prime, so they're trying to get it. There's people who have tried Prime, and they go, "Oh my fucking god, this is amazing! I need it." So they're trying to get it again. And then there's people who are just trying to resell it.
Yes.
Scalpers. So they're trying to get it. So you've got all these bunch of people trying to get this one product, and the demand is just getting higher and higher and higher. And the supply is just, staying the same because
you can't meet it.
We can't increase it because we don't have the infrastructure to do it.
Will this end up being the most profitable thing you've done? Like,
without a doubt.
Wow.
It already is.
Really?
Yeah, easily.
So like
easily.
Boxing, music, YouTube, like Prime is already overtaken.
Prime is just overtaken. Well, it's similar to Rihanna with Fenty.
Yeah.
It's just.
Damn.
Yeah, because it's bigger than her.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's the goal.
Yeah, it's become bigger than me, which is wild to say.
That's a dream, baby.
Well, I mean,
It's going to keep your kids hydrated for many, many generations. It's true.
Yeah, it's very surreal. I honestly don't know, like, what I'm gonna do. Like, if, like, let's say I sell a part of my share, etc., and I get like a huge lump sum. Let's say I get $1 billion. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with $1 billion. Like, I'm just there, like, that's a lot of fucking money.
Help people, create stability.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's all the things that I can do. Like, because I never thought I'd ever be at a point in my life to ever go anywhere near $1 million, let alone $1 billion. So it's kind of just, I need to just be smart with it and just, you know, make the right choices.
Slow and steady and put the right people around you.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I feel like there's ways of me being able to help people without me being like, oh, look how much money I've given to this charity and look how much money I've given to this charity. Like, I think for me, I'm a lot more of a secret guy.
And that's what it should be.
Yeah, I just do things, you know, on the sly or, you know, on the low. And if people want to say or talk about it, yeah, so be it. But like for me, it won't come from me. And I've been giving away money to charity all the time, but you won't hear from it.
That's because you do it for them. And
well, that's it. Yeah. And that's, bro, because I do it for me. And it just, that's like, maybe in a selfish way, it makes me feel good.
And that's okay.
Yeah. And I think that's okay. Like to help people, like, yeah, like, if it makes people feel good and it makes me feel good, it's just great energy. So selfless
and selfish do cross over at time to time, and I do believe that is a moment where it does.
Yeah,
because you do a lot of good. I also look forward to you becoming a dad. So you're gonna be a good one.
That should be interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
I mean, no one's gonna be perfect. No one's perfect,
but that's the joy.
Well, that's the joy. Yeah, that's just what makes things so cool.
Listen to KSI's music. We're going to put a link to it all in the description below. Also put a link to Prime's website, but you probably know where the fuck to get it. Like, you don't need
I know it's all sold out.
Yeah,
there's no point.
He's literally here for fucking charity. There's no promotion here. He's here out of the kindness of his heart.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in, though. This is cool. I appreciate it.
No, appreciate it.
No, there's nobody like you, man. 1 in a trillion. And excited to watch you continue doing your thing and grow as a person.
Thank you, man.
JJ, KSI, everybody.
Pleasure, guys.